MateenSteve Hernandez. What's up, brother? You know what? We've known each other for a long time, man. And I discovered two miracles that are going to be world famous when people wake up to them. Seriously. You know, the Kama Sutra, upgrading it with the violin, just rubbing on the belly. At the same time you rub on the inside, clitoral stimulation takes rape victims that are sentenced forever to maybe like 2 orgasms. Chris Poole hit triple digits, okay? And then the sweet cure. I mean, how many guys do you know that can sit on their ass, eat like a pig, and their ballpark as lean as they were at their very best? And it's like this, Steve. Excuse me, Mateen. You know, that little incident with Otis Griffin? Yeah, I made a mistake. I shouldn't have approached him from the very start saying, my nigga, that's not how it went down. Harry Gopal didn't faze me. You know what? Fact, not fiction. I can take 3 teaspoons of the bomb hash oil, okay? Enough to fucking put an elephant on its ass, put humans into a coma state for maybe like a weekend. And what I do is counterbalance with stevia, and it turns me into a damn near robot to where I can take everything Bon Lapua has and then break his collarbone. And I sat down on Harry. I was lied to. Said there was going to be a tarp over the cage, jet heaters all around it, blowing heat up, encasing it, going to be perfect. It was a fucking blizzard. And, you know, I'd been told that Otis Griffin is a know-it-all, and not a lot of people like him. And I can see why. You know what? Talking about the NFL like he was something. You know what? He was a scrub in football. Seriously. And it's like this, dude. I'm not saying you out of disrespect. It's like this. You know, I should have come at him differently. I was a little angry, okay, about something else. And I didn't intend that. It wasn't racial. It was conversation. And then him turning it into this big thing, you know, it's like this. There's a lot of blacks that are incarcerated over cocaine convictions, right? You know, in Folsom Prison especially. And, it would have been good to get this hat off before I did that. And stevia kicks the shit out of cocaine, okay? This stuff in here, this is Emperor's Herbologist, even though it's in the Trader Joe's bottle, okay? The Emperor's Herbologist, do a line of that, it'll surge you with power for about an hour and a half, okay? And the Trader Joe's stuff, that's about 45 minutes. Cocaine, from what I hear, is like 20, 25, and you got to do it again and again. And it's illegal, sends people to prison, ruins families and shit. And seriously, Steve, I can make a liquid that acts like a fountain of youth, okay? It knocks 6 tumors and 62 pounds off my uncle in 4 months. It brought a cat that was skeleton thin, tumor burst in her throat, sneezing blood bubbles, pissing the bed. She can't get off the bed, okay? She's at the vet about to be put to sleep. I locked her in a room. I gave her what I call pure H2O, blend all the soap out of water with stevia, and she lapped up tuna fish, pure H2O shakes, came back into perfect health, okay? Did I say my uncle's 6 breast tumors and 62 pounds? Extrapolate that over the country. I'm going big, okay? Really big, eventually. It could be right around the corner. And I'll tell you what, Otis Griffin shouldn't be surprised when I attack him with money, man. Kind of like Dave Huckabee. I'm not fucking around. I'm on a mission to get stevia famous. Stevia is the sweet cure. And I've been trapped in a kind of curse, man. I mean, have you seen the play at Notre Dame? You know, you told Harry, Paul Gopal, the pit bull, yeah, you told him that you thought you had found the white Ali, okay? But like this, I was only in the fight game because football coaches like Jerry Sandusky, I mean, there's too many fucking assholes, and with my connections in the criminal underworld, I would have had him killed. If I would have had money and all the assholes that needed killing, you know, and I knew Mark Brandon, it would have been a done deal, okay? And so what I'm saying is you should help me get the stevia thing world famous, man. Seriously, what's more important, winning fights or curing cancer, okay? You know, put it in perspective. And I've already cured cancer in a cat and in a human, but I'm poor. Not a lot of people are listening. And fact is, this Otis Griffin thing, Otis is your boy, man, and so you should be looking out for his best interest. And what I'm saying, when I start bottling up and profiting from a liquid that vanishes fat and tumors from the human body in lightning record fucking speed, what I'm going to do is attack him with that fucking money, you know, just because he was a cock blocker along my fucking path. Now, that might have been my, like I said, it might have been my mistake, man, you know, by not coming at him differently, but he's talking about how, you know, Harry was taxing me and fucking knocked me out. I'm like, he didn't knock me out. I didn't even feel those punches. See the Bonapua fight. If Bonapua can't make a fucking dent in me at 255 pounds, Harry's 180 or whatever it was ain't gonna fucking phase me. You know what I'm saying? But I knew the round was long, 19 seconds long, man. I mean, you know, how does that happen? Okay? Were they trying to get me knocked out? You know what I'm saying? And, you know, that's the fight game. Okay? A lot of shyster type shit. And so what I'm saying, Steve Hernandez, is that you could actually become world famous by helping me get the Stevie thing over the goal line. Score the game-winning touchdown, man. Whatever analogy you want to use. But find a cancer victim that doesn't want to die. They start drinking sweet water, it's going to get better. They start drinking pure H2O, their bodies are going to go perfect. Okay? Guaranteed. And like I said, when it starts making money, what I'm going to do is I'm going to attack guys like Otis Griffin and attack them with money. Yeah, why not? I'll have enough of it, and I'll say, you know what? You shouldn't have fucked with me when I was along this path, you know, the violin, upgrading the Kama Sutra. That should be the first indication that I'm onto something. And, you know, like Dave Huckabee, okay? Dave obviously didn't want to fight me, okay, after seeing the Bonapua thing, but, you know, I get calls from bikers, you know, asking why I'm talking about Dave's kids, and I'm like, holy shit, this thing's getting twisted way fucking out of proportion, you know, guys are taking reality and twisting it, you know what I'm saying, and, yeah, so I'm going to do the same thing with Dave Huckabee, and I was thinking, how hard would it be to buy houses around his house, right? And put in people that don't like him, okay? You know what? Disrupt the quality of his life. Perhaps build a gym, okay? And put it close to Dave's and threaten, you know, his customers, man. I mean, you know, not directly. Give them bonuses like, you know, come in for the first 2-3 months free. And, you know, I'm paying these guys that have big names to train you and shit, you know. It wouldn't be hard. Threaten to take away Dave's customers, okay? It won't be hard, and that's what I'm going to do with 95% of the profit, okay, that's generated from this liquid that acts like the fountain of youth, Steve. What I'm going to do is I'm going to fucking build homeless shelters, you know, have soup kitchens, feed the homeless and the hungry, shit like that, okay? 95% is going to go to do good things, okay? And then a little bit is going to use to select a few people out there that I think have it coming to them, and I'm going to fucking legally blast them, and there's not going to be a thing they can do about it. You know, I mean, unless you let Otis Griffin, you know, like, quote-unquote, spar me, and we got that on film. And see, what I'm saying, like, when I wake up in the morning, Steve, you know, I feel old, man, and then I take a couple of teaspoons of the bomb hash oil, okay, and my body starts to feel golden. I'm not asleep because of the stevia counterbalance, okay? It's a stimulant that kicks the shit out of cocaine, so it not only wakes me up, but it makes me feel energized, man. And like last night, I was throwing the ball for Kalani, and then I was keeping up with her every step along the fucking dog park. You know, I actually felt her fucking, the rocks in my face as she was running, you know, the entire way. We're talking about 60, 70 yards. Now, I should have warmed up before I did that, and I'm kind of feeling a little sore and shit. But fact is, stevia and weed together, the combination, oh my God, it would vanish all pain across this country. People that are racked in pain, all they have to do is take a teaspoon of the bomb hash oil, okay? But that would put them to sleep. And in a lot of places it's illegal because the rich want to keep all good natural things back. They like to make money off of chemicals, you know, stuff that makes us sick. And so they take the teaspoon of hash oil, it vanishes all pain, okay? And then they counterbalance with stevia and all the fat and tumors and stuff banished from their bodies, okay? We're talking, my name's going to go on for a long time, brother. Seriously. Dan Quinn. Put it like this. If it wasn't for Lou Holtz, everybody in the country knows me. What white boy have you ever seen in the NFL covering like Alan Pinkett, man for man, in the open field all over, faster than he was, couldn't outrun me, couldn't juke me, shut him down? Have you ever seen that? So there's a story in that in and of itself. Really. And it's Otis Griffin is such a smart guy and wants to make some money. Otis, here's a business opportunity for you, okay? You can become the producer and keep, you know, a good size of the profit for yourself. All the profit that I get from these movies, it'll go to feed the homeless and the hungry, man, to do good. But, you know, you could, you know, like see me smashing Steve Taylor in the mouth in the middle of the field and then beating him to the sidelines because he couldn't outrun me, all right? Missing 2 tackles in the same play, right? That's Steve Taylor, Big Red, Nebraska, okay? Look it up. And then my sophomore year, I caught Alexander Hamilton in the open field. You know, you could make a video game, okay? You know, the Dick Butkus thing, you know, and Dan Quinn. And it might sell, it might not, but if it did, the profit goes to feed the homeless and the hungry. And then, you know, movies about my life, man, okay? On the real. How many guys do you know in the branch, Red Dorm, okay? I had just been verbally fucking assaulted by the blackhead head houseman. A group of guys, you know, doing our own thing. He yells, and I said, "Are you talking to me like that? Who do you think I'm talking to?" And I walked up to him and I said, "You know what? Say it again. I bet you it doesn't escape your fucking lips, and I'm planting you in the ground, man." And he didn't say anything, so I went to my bunk, and then he comes over to my bunk and says, "Roll your shit up." Like, get me in trouble because I pulled your fucking panties down and fucking used words to cut off your cock. And I said, "No, man, not doing it." And he said, "Roll it up or I'm going to go up there." And I said, "You go up to the fishbowl and rat me out." I said, "When I get out of here, I'm going to find you in your cardboard box, or whatever the fuck it is, you kick it, and you're done." Feel me? And this table full of angry black men, right, that have no opportunity in their lives, pretty much. I mean, shit, there's really not much out there. And then if you're black, you know, that changes things, right, on the employment fucking charts. Anyways, they start talking about what they could do, should do, would do, and finally I had enough, man. And like Cool Hand Luke, I fucking got up, walked out into the middle of the fucking aisle, took off my shirt, started to stretch. And I said, "If anybody has a problem here, step up and let's handle this." You know what? No one did. And fact is, I'm not one bit prejudiced, okay? Fact is, if I can make a liquid that acts like the fountain of youth, that means that I could probably pay interest on 40 acres and a mule, okay? And distribute that throughout the poor black communities, okay, to give them a head start, okay, like should be done right now for everybody, all right? I mean, how much money does it take to fucking win this battle of the bank accounts, you know, with the billionaires and shit, you know? It should be spread out, helping everybody. You know what? You can only have so much. And I can make a liquid, Steve Hernandez, Mateen, that acts like the fountain of youth. And you know what you could do, or you could have someone do, with a quickness to see that everything I'm saying about Stevie is true? Go down to Trader Joe's, buy this $10 ounce, okay, and dust it underneath your tongue, okay? It's going to give you a surge of energy. And so Otis Griffin, even in his next fight, okay, when fatigue is a factor, you know what? Come back in the corner and dust underneath his tongue. He gets a surge of power. Eventually, they'll probably ban it because, you know, it is. It's like, it's almost illegal, but it's not, okay? You know, it's so good. Seriously, I did Bon La Pool, man, okay? And I was like 39, 40, and that kid was a savage Samoan, and I felt nothing, okay? You know what? It turns you into a robot in a good way, man, if you take enough. And if you take the perfect amount, it will make bodies feel golden all over the United States. So, MateenSteve Hernandez, what I'm saying, you should investigate the stevia thing, okay? I mean, I showed it to Tony Lopez. I don't know what he's doing. And although I don't know that he's, well, you know what? He's a lot bigger, man, than he was when he was fighting. Anyhow, I know that I'm a lot leaner than he is, you know, like if you pull up the stomach and shit. And if he takes stevia before his next fight, he'll be lean and ripped like he was when he was in his fucking championship years and shit, you know, when he was on top of the world. So that's what I'm saying, Steve Hernandez. I discovered 2 miracles. One, an upgrade to the Kama Sutra, valid, okay? easily proven. And then I discovered that stevia is the sweet cure. And if it wasn't for the shit at Notre Dame, you know, the evil of Notre Dame, the evil of Lou Holtz firing me for making the play, put it like this, Otis Griffin. You think you could fucking, I'll tell you what, Otis Griffin, I could right now get fucking spun on stevia and weed and warm up and stretch, and I'd fucking blow you away in a 100-yard dash, okay? I would blow you away because like most guys, you know, when they hit top speed, they hit top speed and that's it, and then they keep going. I've had brothers say that I can change gears, dude, okay? And you know, I'm willing to do that. And if you did do that, you know, face me in a competition, okay, of some kind of your choice, all right? I say that I blow you away at a 100-yard dash. I say that if you gave me a round, homeboy, that you wouldn't last, that I'm too big and I'm too strong for you, and that I'd be able to knock you the fuck out, okay? What I would do, Otis Griffin, Steve Hernandez, Harry Gopal, okay? Instead of changing the dynamics of how I fight because I can't fucking punch like, you know, this, bam, 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 bam. I mean, you know, attacking from all over. All I can use this is like this. So what I have to do is stay on the outside, okay? You know what? What I would do with Otis Griffin is I would actively, I would like come in and then I would start bombing, okay? And I would roll the dice like an all-in and gambling and shit. And I would say that my superior hand speed, my superior power, the fact that I took everything that Bon Lapua has and then broke his collarbone, I fucked you up at 205 pounds, homeboy, okay? No shit. And that right there probably will never happen, okay? Because you're fucking Otis Griffin. You're a world champ. You know what I'm saying? They hand you that shit. They're picking your fights, dude. Straight up. You know what? That's how they do it. And it's like this, Otis Griffin. Face me in a competition. Let's do a sprint, okay? And then when this hits, because you did that, I'll kick you down, man, in a good way, financially. And if you don't, Otis Griffin, straight up, homeboy, okay? It's like this. This is not a white-black thing. This is a, you know what? You fucking turn that into a racial thing like that when I didn't come at you racially, okay? All I said is, my nigga, that's not how it went down. He wasn't hurting me at all, okay? It was conversation. You didn't realize that because you read it, okay? And what you did is you exploded it and tried to make me look bad and shit, when in fact, everybody thinks that you're a fucking know-it-all, okay? And like you act like you're so fucking good, and you know what? You're burning bridges, dude. Okay, kind of like Dave Huckabee. I heard that he treats his fans like shit. And I'm thinking, wow. It's like this, Otis Griffin. In closing, because I only have so many minutes and shit. You face me in a competition. Could be chess. I'll fucking blow you away. Could be a sprint, okay? Could be anything of your choice. What I would choose one round, okay? And I would attack your head with my hands. I have faster hands than you do. I can take Bon Lapua punches, and then I can hit him in the head and break his collarbone. And so I'm saying that over one round, I fucked you up, okay? And if you do that, that'd be like helping the stevia thing, man. And so when I get paid, so do you. I can retire your entire family, and I would do that. You know what? Any kind of competition you want to choose, Otis. And Steve Hernandez, it'd be in his best interest to do it, okay? Stevie works. So does the violin. Upgrades the Kama Sutra. That's a huge thing. When people wake up, and I'm not fucking around, man. You know? So think about how easy it would be to choose a competition to actually take yourself out of the metaphorical crosshairs and get on the being paid side, okay? You know, whether I win or lose these things. A sprint or a game of chess, you know what? One round, man. And I'm saying that you couldn't stand up to my firepower, homeboy, and I'm laying it down like that.